All right. Hello, everybody. I just had to restart this video because I'm stupid and I keep damn fucking stuttering and I need to stop stuttering. Anyways, this is a really good story and it's about me being faded at work. Now, I don't work at this place anymore. So before you go there and be like, oh, he was high while he was working. Eh. First of all, you're not going to be able to find where I worked at. So good fucking luck. Second of all, I don't even fucking work there anymore because that place is a shithole. Fuck that grocery store. All my homies that work there, a lot of my homies work there. All of them that work there have quit before a year or shortly after a year. I worked there for 2 years and it fucking sucked. Every minute of it was horrible, but I'm ranting about this damn store. Let's just get on to this damn story. So, to begin with this story, I was chilling at home and I thought I had nothing going on. I had no plans for the day, right? Little did I know, I forgot that I said yes to taking a shift. That's like, happens to everybody, whatever. So I started smoking earlier in the day. I smoked a little bit in the morning. I did a little wake and bake, ate breakfast, and then I smoked a lot right after breakfast, right? And I'm cooked and I'm watching cartoons and shit. And here comes my manager calling me at I think it was 12. I think I was working at 12 till 8, which fucking sucks. Maybe it was 11 till 8. Maybe it was that too. I don't remember. It was either 11 till 8 or 12 till 8. And I had to work an 8-hour shift, right? It wasn't even like no 4-hour shift. I was a student, by the way. But it wasn't no 4-hour shift, whatever. It was a full 8-hour shift. So my manager calls me up. And she's like, hey, what's going on? Are you running late or how come you didn't text me? What's happening? And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm at home. I'm watching cartoons right now. What? And she's like, you're supposed to be at work 25 minutes ago. And so I got my ass up and I'm like, all right, I'll be there right away. Meanwhile, I know damn well I am way too faded to be at work. I'm way too geeked. But my thought process was, all right, she's just going to put me right to work because I'm late, and then she's not going to ask anything else. She's just going to put me to work, and then whatever. By the way, my manager was a girl. Anyways, that's fucking irrelevant. Anyways, so I keep saying, fuck. I'm just thinking, I'm sorry. This was a fairly long time ago. This was 2 or 3 years ago. Holy fuck, there I am again. So, anyways, I'm about to show up to work, right? So I got my ass up and I'm about to clock in. So I get into the building and I'm up at the machine that we had to use to clock in. We had to use a fucking machine. Machines are stupid. Writing down your timesheet is 10 times better, or having an app for your phone, but that's besides the point. So I clock in and I make eye contact with my manager, right? She knows what I look like. I've worked a million shifts with this girl and she knows exactly what I look like. And so we made eye contact, and nothing out of the ordinary, I'm chilling, right? So then, she puts me to work, like I said, like I had in my head. She put me right to work, and I was like, all right, I'm good, I'm working. So I'm working. Meanwhile, I am way too geek. This was back when, what's a good example to give? Maybe 3 blinkers and I would have been tapped out for the night probably, So I am fucking fried at work right now. Not right now, fucking then. But I'm fried at work. And so I'm trying to do work things, trying to look busy. And another part about this is that when I worked at that grocery store, that shit was always empty. There was never people coming in that bitch. And the only time people would come in was during Christmas. The worst fucking part, because I want to go home for Christmas. I want to be at home with my family. I don't want to be fucking working. Fuck working during Christmas. If you got to work during Christmas, I give you hella credit. I give you so much credit because I fucking despise working on Christmas. If you are forced to work on Christmas, that is some bullshit. Actual bullshit. But that's besides the point. So this day, it's fucking empty. It's slow as a bitch, right? It's real slow. And so we're I'm trying to find something to do. No, my manager was in the kitchen. She was cooking up, well, not cooking up, but she was cutting up fruit and stuff. I worked in the produce department. So she's cutting up fruit and I'm just filling the shelves, right? I'm just stocking all the produce. And I finished stocking that bitch after like, like an hour, if that, right? And so I'm like sitting there and I'm like, go up to my manager and I'm like, yo, is that all right if I go take a 15 real quick? And I knew that was a risk asking her because I was already fucking late. But, she was like, yeah, that's fine. Just, like, make it quick. And so I was like, all right, I'll go on break right now. And she's like, all right. And as I was talking to her, she started giving me, like a weird look. Like, I know something's up with you, but I can't put my finger on it. She was giving me that look, If you don't know that look, first of all, you're probably just special. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. You're not special. No, if you're watching this video, you're amazing. Love you. But... Nah, you know what look that is. Your mom's probably giving you that look. Somebody important in your life is giving you that look, and you know what that look is. And so she gives me that look, and I get that feeling in my stomach. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm caught. I'm done for. And so the first thing I thought was like, yo, my mom's gonna find out, and then I'm fucked. Like I'm really fucked. And so I'm like sitting on my break, and it's 15-minute break, right? But it feels like forever because I'm just overthinking because I'm high as shit. I'm high as fuck, and I'm working, and I'm overthinking like a motherfucker. So I'm like really stressed out, right? I'm texting people, and I'm like, yo, I'm fucked, bro, and blah 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 blah, right? And so then finally I get back down, and she's like, yo, go take these boxes. Well, okay, let me give a little bit more detail actually, because we have. When we were cutting up fruit and stuff, there would be a lot of leftovers, like skin and whatever else, like the rind off shit and whatever. Anyways, we would put it in something called, I don't know, I don't remember what it was called, but basically they would put all of them in boxes with like bags and stuff in it, and then you would fill it up, and then we would give them to farmers, and they would go take them off to buttfuck nowhere and go feed their pigs with it, right? So that we can eat their pigs. Anyways. So my manager tells me, yo, go take all those boxes and go put them over there. And so these are heavy ass boxes, right? And so usually when we had to carry those boxes, the farmer was already there. The farmer was there backed up to the door, and you would just wheel your cart over there and the farmer would take it. You didn't have to carry anything, right? And so I go back there, and there is, what's a good way of wording this? There's like, a very attractive female, if I do say so myself, right? This was before I have a girlfriend. My girlfriend, if you're watching this, don't kill me. I swear, this was before, like way before. Y'all, I gotta give a disclaimer. Nah, I don't need to give a disclaimer. She ain't gonna see this. But anyways, so I seen this very attractive female, and yo, she looking weak as hell. No cap, she's weak as hell. And so I see her struggling with one box, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta go help her. So I'm helping her load up this box, and here comes my manager, and she comes up to me right close. And so then I'm starting to get real scared, and she's like, what you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm just helping this person. They just, like, they can't really carry this shit. Like, they're kind of weak. And so she's like, okay, finish that, and then meet me over there. And I was like, fuck. That's all I could think. I was just thinking I'm fucked. Like, this is where I'm fucked. I thought I was fucked before, but now I'm really fucked, right? I'm like actually low-key scared. And so, yo, talking to this farmer girl though, yo, that helped me out. But anyways, I'm helping this girl load up her truck, right? Finally, we're all done, and I say my goodbyes. I'm like, yo, you have a good day, take care, whatever. I start walking over to my manager, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, how does she know? That's what I keep asking myself. I'm like, how does she know? Walk up to my manager, and she's like, yo, just keep filling the rest of the day. I'm going to go home early. Woo! That was the thought in my head. I was just, woo, baby, let's go. I was mad happy. Yo, you know that feeling when you get like I was saying from the mushrooms, the mushrooms video? Yo, you know that feeling when you're about to go off a roller coaster, that sinking in your stomach? I felt that, but it was more of a relief. It wasn't like a get ready for something. It was like, all right, it's done for. Let's go. We're all done with it. Phenomenal day after that. After that, I was just geeked at work by myself. And being geeked at work by yourself, phenomenal. You just do you, bro. And as long as you got like a list or something to keep you in track, you good. Which my manager always gave me a list, But anyways, this video is dragging on like a motherfucker. I don't know why I'm dragging this story on, because this story probably could have been like a 4-minute story. I was gonna tell 2 stories in this, but I might just have to make a separate one. There's a newer version of this story where I got faded by accident at my new job. But I think I'll save that for another video, because this video is already 10 minutes and I don't want to drag it on too long. I don't want to make you guys sit through a whole 20-minute video like the first 3. So I'm just going to cut it here. You have the greatest day of your life. See ya.